What's up, guys? Welcome to Etsy Shop Reviews. This is episode number 60, and today we've got a shop from a true beginner. So if you fancy yourself a beginner when it comes to Etsy print on demand, you may be able to relate to what you see in this shop, and I'm going to do my best to give some good high-level advice to help get that first sale and improve quality across the board. Let's go. So the shop is called Lucidity. Many pursue pleasure with such haste, they hurry past it. All right, from California, they got 3 sales and a pretty interesting banner there. Some interesting stuff going on with the designs and whatnot. Some of it's definitely lost on me, but let's check out. And it looks like behind me here, the shop owner's last name, Lucidity. So maybe it's Lucidity, the last name plus the letter T. 23 products for sale, only 3 sales. I mean, that's a good sale to products ratio, I guess. Considering that they're not all like fully optimized. Now, the first thing you kind of notice is that it's probably safe to say that your thumbnails for your products, your primary thumbnails at a minimum, you know, the ones we see right here, this is the equivalent of looking at search results, by the way. If we looked up like just don't quit shirt, it would be you and it would be all your competition. You'd want to do what you can to stand out. For instance, I'm almost never a fan of like a white shirt framed on a white background. A lot of times when you push products from a production partner, regardless of which one you use, they typically offer a default mockup against a white background because Amazon requires a white background. Etsy doesn't require the white background, so you don't want to just settle for the minimum. You want to go and, you know, there's a couple different ways to go about doing this. They really don't have to take a long time. I guess I didn't plan on doing this, but like, I could even just show you like PhotoP, all right? photopea.com. This is like a free online version of Photoshop. What I can do here is grab your image, and of course I click the white ones, probably the worst example because it might have trouble grabbing the background, all right? And I'm just gonna paste this here into PhotoP. And I'm not actually doing this the way I would do it in real life, like if I'm really running my shop. I just wanted to show you really quickly how this can be done. So then you would magic wand. I'm gonna really lower the tolerance because again, the white shirt is not gonna be easy to do. Yeah, the white shirt is probably the worst example possible. But what I was really trying to show you is that, you know, you can go in here to PhotoP and make, you know, even if it's just a simple colored background. Again, ignore the fact that, you know, the magic wand, you know, you'd have to go in there and probably manually cut it out or there's a website called remove.bg. Another good option that would probably not struggle to get the white shirt cut out from the white background. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that, you know, if this was your primary thumbnail, it would look better, I think, and draw more attention than just the white shirt on the white background. You know what I mean? And you can get that done in a couple minutes. You know, you can create a template, even PhotoP here. You can save as PSD, and then you've got the PSD file to reuse in the future. So changing the background color is like the least you should do, okay? Beyond that, and your pricing, $46, that is a lot for a long sleeve shirt. You may want to consider reducing your price. Also, it's worth mentioning, like, your first keyword in this title is all over print. All over print, men's, raglan, long sleeve, all cotton t-shirt. So before you even say anything about what it is you're selling, it just says a bunch of generic words related to the product type. You typically want to make your designs, the primary keywords associated with your designs, you want to front load your title with. So if I was like rewriting your title, I would probably do something like this where, whoops, I'm trying to like actually write it in there. Is it going to let me? I'd probably do something like this where I would say like, just don't quit. You see, so the first things, if the design says just don't quit, the first words I would do right there would say just don't quit. And it sends a strong signal to the Etsy algorithm that, hey, we want to be associated with these keywords, this phrase. Etsy even says in their help section, which you may benefit a lot from reading and of course subscribing to my YouTube channel, that, you know, you can actually send Etsy a strong signal. Like they outright say you want to front load your title with the strongest, the most relevant keywords. So consider that. Sorry for interrupting. I wanted to let you know that linked in the description, you can find my free print on demand mini course that is completely new for 2023. If you sign up, it'll help you get your first sale. And down there, you'll find a link to my print on demand Facebook group. I hope you'll join the community. Beyond that, I mean, you can also crop your primary photo in Etsy. You don't even have to do it in, graphic editing software like Photopea. You can actually crop it in Etsy. Now, it looks like you know that because these top two over here that I'm pointing to over my shoulder, they look cropped. So that's okay, but I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. I mean, this mug too, like just compare these two mugs side by side. This mug looks pretty good. You can tell it's a coffee mug. I might even zoom out just a little bit so that the top and the bottom aren't cut off. But then over here, it's a coffee mug, but the design isn't like forward facing. So we don't see maybe 15% of the design itself. I think that's suboptimal if you're charging $24 for a coffee mug. Also, you may want to just check out your pricing. I mean, you have a $24 mug right next to a $19 mug that has free shipping. So make sense of your pricing. In case somebody does come to your shop, you want to present kind of a consistent story and not make people stop and like think twice about why one thing's more expensive than the other. One thing I noticed here, you have some Nebula Wall Art from the James Webb Telescope. I thought this was cool. You hopefully are capturing a decent amount of profit too at these price points. Your smallest one, an 8" by 8" is $37, going all the way up to like a 28 by 40" for $123. If you guys can see over my shoulder, you've got some nice mock-ups here. I think this looks actually really nice here on the wall above the bed. So that's really nice. Whoever you're using for your production partner, they have some good mock-ups, assuming you're using theirs out of the box. Maybe you used Placeit or something. I just wanted to show you that you can jump over to Alura. This is a tool for, I would say, not beginner Etsy sellers, but I mean, it's actually a nice way of fast forwarding your way from being a beginner Etsy seller to a medium or, higher end Etsy seller. It's got a whole bunch of functionality. I could do probably a 30-minute video just trying to demo it. But what I really wanted to show you is just some low-hanging fruit ways that you can maybe say, hey, of all your listings that I looked at in your shop here, I thought that some of the outer space ones, the James Webb Telescope stuff, it's an interesting niche, and they're the ones that stood out to me. So I came over here and I just typed into the keyword finder, James Webb. Okay? Like, are there some additional keywords that maybe you can fit into your title, your description down here? All right. It looks like also you spent more time on this listing than maybe some of your other ones. You can see here, they give you the number of views for this phrase in this case, not just this keyword, but this phrase, number of favorites, your competition score, how many sales take place, the average price. So a $54 plus average price, it's actually pretty healthy. That's pretty nice. And it is probably given the subject matter, with James Webb implying, outer space, solar system, satellite or telescope imagery, right? It probably lends itself better to wall art. So it makes sense that wall art has a higher price point. Okay, got it. Then you get keywords. Now, you don't have to use any of these keywords, but maybe you overlooked using JWST. At a glance, you might be like, oh, that's just a typo. Oh, wait, no, it's not. James Webb Space Telescope, right? Like, do you have the word JWST? No, see, you don't have JWST on your listing. And just like that, Alura is putting that right there in front of you so that you know to integrate that into your listing, because you're missing quite a few. Like, look at this. The views are 258,000. You know what I mean? You're missing out on quite a bit there by not being indexed on that, by not signaling to the algorithm that, hey, this is relevant to my listing. NASA Space Telescope, JWST, James Webb Telescope, Telescope, Astronomy, Galaxy, Nebula, NASA poster, and you can hit load more and keep going. They have some nice suggestions. Also over here on the product seeker, maybe you have a bunch of really nice James Webb Telescope images and you don't know necessarily how to maximize the value of them in your shop. Well, you can come over here to the product seeker and just seed it with James Webb. They also have other filters that you can use, but it's not required. You can just hit search like this. It's going to go look at all the Etsy data that it has access to, try to present you with a list of suggestions of products related to your search terms, in this case, James Webb, based on what's already out there, what's already selling. By the way, you can filter by the total sales or the monthly sales. I don't know about you. I'd probably go with monthly sales personally. 37 sales a month. This is a poster. All right. And check this out. I mean, that's really interesting. I think I saw something similar on your shop. Yeah, you do have something similar. So that's actually interesting that basically that is the same image. Although this looks a little bit like grainy and poor quality here in your shop, you may want to try to hunt down a higher resolution version. But you're onto something, guys. Sorry, guys. You're onto something. Like, you can see their poster here actually has some text underneath it. Web's first deep field. So they put some text underneath, like a heading, some text. I'm guessing like a date is there as well. Okay. And they have the tags right here. So if you wanted to pursue potentially something very similar, here we go. Web's first deep field, object name, instrument, distance, exposure dates. There's definitely a lot you can do in this niche. Anybody watching, this may be a niche that you may want to look into, since I'm assuming the sellers here don't have exclusive rights. Maybe I haven't looked into how NASA and the Space Telescope works, but I'm assuming, hey, if it's paid by tax dollars and we pay taxes, then we should have some. Don't take me literally there. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but yeah, definitely go look. But also just take note, if you're trying to sell wall art in the future, it's easy to be lazy and just kind of like dump an image and say, look, it's a graphic. But how about doing something like this where you actually add text underneath and make it look a little bit more presentable, a little bit more professional? I actually really like this idea. And again, where did this idea originate? Well, the idea, you could say, originated from our shop review, but we took it on over here to the Alura product seeker, just typed in James Webb, sorted by monthly sales, and this is doing about 37 sales a month for a healthy $6,365 a month in projected revenue. That's pretty darn good, guys. Or that says projected revenue. Sorry, let me make sure I didn't just misspeak. How much are they charging? $12 goes for between. Yeah, they're probably making at least that. Look at the price range here. So yeah, guys, that's what I really wanted to show you for this shop review. You have 3 sales, by the way. Like, perhaps, double down on what is working. You know what I mean? You know what is selling. You have 23 products. You have a kind of a wide range that you're covering. But why don't you focus in on launching more listings in the niche where you're already making sales? Consider that a validated niche, at least on a relative basis to your other products that haven't sold. And, even if it's not necessarily at the niche level, maybe you just take the design that's sold and go list it on additional products. You've got some interesting stuff here too, like a luggage cover. That's definitely out there. That's out of the box. Also, one thing you can do, have a friend or family member drop you your first shop review. You can do that, no problems. Launch a digital download for 99 cents. Send it to, your brother or sister or whoever, your friend, and have them drop you a 5-star review. All right, that's your homework. Hopefully you'll get that done soon and get your shop. It's great that you got to start. Got started. You know what I mean? If this was like a college course, you just completed the 100 level, you need to go on to the 200 level. After 200 level, you go to 300 level, 300 level to 400 level. Then you graduate and you become an Etsy millionaire, right? But yeah, you got some work to do. So I hope this helped. Guys, I will drop a link to the shop in the description. Check it out. I also have a link to my full print on demand course in the description. Etsy is included as one of the modules, but it's like a full Etsy course just as one of the modules included with your enrollment. So I hope you check that out. It's linked in the description. You'll get a lot out of it if your shop looks anything like this, for sure. And over time, it for sure pays for itself. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new top 5 niches of the week video.